Hey, 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 everybody. Let me turn this music off. Hello, 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 and welcome to the Coaching Corner with me, Jamila, aka the IEP Coach. As always, if you see me turn to my left, I am going live on my IG, my Instagram. And as always, share this out with as many people as possible. All right, here we go, live. Let me make sure everything's straight. Okay, and hello, everyone that's coming in. Hello. Say hello. Give the salams. Say hi in the comment section. Hello, everyone. And again, let's share out the live. Okay, and I am just, as you know, you guys know this, I'm checking my sound because we've been doing real good, but I'm still like just worried from that one time. It was like 2 times. The sound was crazy. Hey, Corel. Hey. All right, let's share this out. And let me make sure my sound is good. Let me make sure the sound is good. Okay, open. Okay. All right, tablet, don't start acting simple. Oh my gosh, I think I'm good. Tell me if my sound is not good. Let me know. Something is going on with my other monitor. Doesn't want to work right. Which is weird. Okay, not going to be worried about it. Alrighty, so we're going to share this out with as many people as possible. Hey, advocate for me. Hey, and welcome. Let's share it out. Okay, thank you, Corral. I appreciate it. I've been making sure, like, because last time, I want to say also that it sounded like I was like underwater. It was crazy, but I'm glad my sound is good. Thank you so much for letting me know that. And share out the live. And I hope everyone is having a great day. The weather is turning for the better. It is turning for the better. Because it was cold for a minute, then it got warm, then it went back, then it was raining a lot. So I'm happy it's getting warm. And I've been managing my allergies and everything. I have my allergy medication. I have my eye drops. So I've been doing good. I've been doing really, really good. Okay. So I sent out the live. All right. We are good to go. So again, those of you who are new to my page, I am Jamila, aka the IEP Coach. Did I drop something? I think I did. Oh, don't worry about it. I am Jamila, aka the IEP Coach, and I am the founder of the IEP Coach LLC and a consultant with the IEP Coach LLC, where our focus is to support principals with keeping their special education teachers from leaving the field. Because as you know, special education teachers are leaving at an astronomical rate due to burnout, not getting the support that they need, and not feeling valued or appreciated. So we come in, we provide the training, we provide coaching, and the teachers are more likely to stay because they're getting what they need. Simple, right? And we also support parents with understanding the special education process and the IEP process. Okay, so that's just a little bit about us. And our Master IEP course has launched. It launched on April the 25th of 2023. It's online. You can go at your own pace. I love our Master IEP course. I love it. It's the one-stop shop. You want to learn about the IEP. You want to learn the ins and outs about the IEP. It is the one-stop shop for you. Assalamu alaikum, everyone is coming in. It is the one-stop shop for you if you want to learn about the IEP. And if you don't know what IEP stands for, it stands for Individualized Education Plan. Students that qualify for special education services, they get an IEP. And a lot of times you have a lot of parents that don't understand that process or even how to advocate at IEP meetings. And on the other side, you have some teachers who don't know how to implement an IEP in the classroom because they don't really understand the ins and outs of the IEP. Hence why we created the Master the IEP course. It was like a no-brainer, like really. Okay, so that's why we created the course. And you want to definitely take advantage of this. Now, last week I spoke about just the overall transformation, like the changes that you will occur in your life because of the value that's being added to you because you've taken this course. Okay, so we talked about feeling empowered. We talked about just that overall confidence that you will gain because you understand the ins and outs of this IEP and you can properly advocate for your student, advocate for your child, go into these meetings. You know how to speak up for the student and speak up for your child. But let me go back. What can happen if you do not learn about the IEP? If you don't take time to invest in yourself to learn about the IEP? Because let me tell you one thing. First off, you are not going to know how to properly advocate for your student or your child. If you don't know what's in their IEP, how can you advocate for them? Because you don't know what it is they're having needs with. You don't know what they're strong in. You don't really know what their areas of need are. You don't know where they are. Like, what's the baseline? You don't even know where to begin at. So when you go to an IEP meeting, how can you properly advocate if you don't even know what's in their IEP? You have to learn about your child, your student's IEP, so that way you have the knowledge of where your child is, where your student is, so that way you can speak up for them. Speak up for the things they need. Speak up for the things that they require. Okay? So that's one. You won't be able to properly advocate for your student or your child. Okay? Another thing, if you don't learn about the IEP, you're not playing your role on the team. Every student that has an IEP has an IEP team. The IEP team consists of the parent, the student, the student's teachers, any related service providers that support that student with a need, the nurse, the counselor, and then you have your principal, whoever your LEA, your local education agency, whoever is the representative for that, they're on the team as well. So if you don't know about the IEP, you don't know the ins and outs, you cannot properly play your role on the team, because everyone on the team has a position, has a job to do for the student. Because we are all, just imagine, it's like a solar system. The student is at the center, and all the other team members are around that student, because we support that student. And if we can't play our role, we can't help the student. The parent has their role. The teacher has their role, because being the teacher, you're in the classroom with the student. So you know what they're able to do, what they're struggling with. And also they're with you a lot. They are with you for many hours of the day, every single day. Okay? So you have a lot of information that you can share at the IEP meeting. So if you don't really know what's in that IEP, like how can you even speak on the behalf to say, because they could mention something that's false. And if you don't really know your position, your role on the team, you're going to sit there and be quiet. Like we can't afford to be quiet about our children and what their needs are and what they need, what they require. We can't be quiet about their education and what will help them thrive. We have to be their voice. And the same goes for parents. If you don't know about the IEP, you're not playing your role either. I'm sorry, I'm just taking this down. You're not playing your role either. Everybody has a role to play. Okay? And if you don't learn about the IEP, you will not play your role. And being on a team, everybody got to play their role. Okay? If you are a teacher and you don't learn about the IEP, how can you properly accommodate the student in the classroom? How can you do it? How can you do it? How can you properly accommodate a student if you don't know what's in the IEP? You can't, because you don't know what accommodations. Oops, sorry guys. You can't, because you don't know what accommodation the student requires. You don't know what type of modifications or accommodations the student needs. You won't know. And the reason you won't know is because you don't know what's in their IEP, because you don't know how to read it. So you're not going to know. The specially designed instruction that they require to be successful in class, you won't know, because you don't know what's in an IEP. You don't know how to read the IEP. So you can't properly accommodate them. You're not going to know if they require modified assessments. You're not going to know if they require graphic organizers. You're not going to know if they require repeated directions, if they require extended time. You're not going to know. Therefore, if you're not properly giving that student their accommodations and modifications, you're not implementing the IEP. Therefore, you can get sued. You hear me? Sued. An IEP is a legal document that has to be implemented. And if you're not giving that student their accommodations and modifications, you're not implementing the IEP, and your school can get sued. Simple as that. Parents, you will have limited involvement in your child's IEP process if you don't know about the IEP. You're going to have limited involvement, and you will have misaligned expectations, because one, you don't know what's in the IEP. You don't know what the goals are. You don't know how they're going to get to the goals, how they're going to master these goals, because you don't know what's in the IEP, because you didn't take the time to invest to learn about the IEP. Therefore, you have limited involvement when you're at the IEP meeting, and you have misaligned expectations because you don't even know what your child's needs and strengths are. Therefore, you don't even know what's needed to help them to improve and to help them maintain their strengths. You're not going to know. And then ultimately, for teachers and parents, you're going to be stressed the heck out because you don't know nothing about the IEP. You don't know the ins and outs. You're relying on somebody to come tell you what's in the IEP and what it you're relying on somebody else to spoon feed you the information. And you're praying that they're telling you the right information.
Who do you want to message?
Ooh, sorry. You're praying that they give you the right information. So, this is why it is it's vital that you invest in yourself and you learn about the IEP. It's vital that you do that. It's vital. This is your child's education, which ultimately affects their life, the quality of life that they will have. And you want to just sit back and chill and not really learn about a document that will help ensure that they get the proper services that they need and supports that they need to thrive in their education? You okay with that? You're okay with not knowing? As a parent, you are okay with that. I know I wouldn't be okay with that. As a teacher, Are you okay with like really not really knowing how to properly accommodate and modify instruction for your students that have an IEP? Are you okay with that? And if you are, I would have to question why you are a teacher. If you are okay with that, not knowing how to do it and just being comfortable and having a, oh, well, they need to catch up. Oh, well, they just need to go do. You kidding? Are you kidding me? No. Yes. Thank you, Corral. No. That's not okay. It's not. And we have to stop thinking that somebody's going to come along and just save you and give you everything that you need. Oh, they're going to take care of me and my kid. They're going to help me and my student. My school is going to do everything they need to do for you. It's not true. Because if your school was going to do everything they needed to do for you to make sure you understood, to make sure you had the training, parents to make sure you understood, they would have done it by now. And they haven't. They haven't. So you have to invest in yourself. Teachers, you have to invest in yourself. Parents, you have to invest in yourself. Corral said, no one will save you. No one's coming to save you. These schools, they're not coming to save you. They're not. If they were really about making sure you knew what was in the IEP and everything, they would have had parent workshops to make sure you understood when your child first started receiving services. They would have had a workshop for you to make sure you understood, or the case manager would have just sat down with you and went through everything with you. Teachers, you would have professional development tailored to that, tailored to the IEP so that you know what's in an IEP. You would have that already, but you don't. And I know you don't. I've been there. I've been when you are. I've been in the classroom. I was in the classroom for a little over 14 years. I never had, I want to say I had one professional development tailored to what I was doing. And that was because, what was it? I went to, but it wasn't even from my school. It was from the, welcome everyone coming in. It was from the intermediate unit that we were in. Actually, I went to two. One was on transition planning. So learning about how to do transition plans. They gave us a template, how to follow it and all of that. And it was only one. And then when I was learning about student assistant programs, so like some schools have SAP teams. That's not even Sped related, but it's kind of a little bit. Those are the only ones I've received in my career. Over 14 years in the classroom. And those are, I can count on my one hand how many trainings I had or professional developments I had tailored to special education. That is awful. That is sad. That is sad. So parents and teachers, you have to invest in yourself. You have to. Because your students need it. Your children need you to do this. Because they need you to speak on their behalf. They need you to advocate for them. They need you to learn about their IEP so that way you can ensure they are getting the supports and services that they require. We have to stop sitting back and thinking that schools are going to help us and give us everything that we need, because they are not. They've showed you over and over that they're not. Hello, welcome. They are not. Like Corral said, no one's going to come and save you in these schools. Parents and teachers, no one's coming. Again, if your school wanted to give you training and workshops and all that, they would have did it by now. They would have done it by now. You want to know why they haven't done it? Because it's not a priority for them. It's not a priority. It's not a priority. And I learned that it's not a priority. That's why I didn't get any professional development or coaching tailored to special education, which I was being a sped teacher. It wasn't a priority. That's why I didn't get it. AACO Philly says yes with the hands up. It's the truth. It's facts. It's not a priority. That's why you don't have any parent workshop, parents, about the IEP. It's not a priority. Teachers, you want to know why you're not getting any training tailored to your needs in special education? It's not a priority for them. That's why. That's why. So you have to invest in yourself. Teachers, parents. Some of you have principals who will listen to you. And you can refer them to people who can bring the training to your schools, but it's not a priority for them. That's why they don't do it. It's simple as that. I don't want to say it's not a priority. Because if it was, you would have so many districts across this country having parent workshops for parents, learning about the IEP process, especially if your child is new to having an IEP, training you on what to do at IEP meetings. Teachers, you would actually have training and PD tailored to your needs. Like you would. Think about that. You would. If they prioritized it and cared enough, they would. They would do it. So, this is what I want you to do because I want you to learn the information. I want you to have the information. I want you to not be at a disadvantage of all the disadvantages that I shared this evening. I don't want you to be at a disadvantage. I want you to learn about the IEP. That's the whole point of us creating the Master IEP course. It's the whole point to help teachers and parents. That is the whole point. So what I want you to do is take the time and enroll in the course. In the course, you have access to it for 90 days. When I tell you I broke it down for you, I broke it down for you. It's divided into 3 parts. You can get the course done. I want to say if you do 1 section a day, you can get it done in 3 days, but you have access to it for 90 days. You have access to it for 90 days. You have a workbook. You have a private Facebook group. You can ask whatever question you want. You have access to me in that group. And you have the ebooks, our ebooks, Master IEP Volume 1 and 2. You have it. You have access to it. I thought about this. I was like, they're going to need a resource after they're done the course. Boom. You got access to the ebooks. And if you want to get fancy and do VIP, you get lifetime access to a resource hub. Do you know how many resources that I didn't even realize that we had? And it's all in one spot. There's stuff there for parents. There's stuff there for teachers. There's stuff there about special education. There's webinars in there. And you have access to it for a lifetime. You get 5 templates. And you get a group Q&A session. For 60 minutes, you can ask whatever question you want. Stop playing with yourself. Stop playing. Stop playing. You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. So what I want you to do is go to the www.mastertheiep.com and enroll in the course today. Stop playing. You're on Instagram. Click the link in our bio. Click the link in our bio. It's www.mastertheiep.com. And you see how consistent it is? The course is called Master IEP. The ebooks are called Master IEP. So, of course, the website is going to be mastertheiep.com. Okay? Dr. Michael Coleman Jr. said, you are right. There is a disconnect between parents of students with special needs. There is. And it's a disconnect of the parents and the school. There's a disconnect between the parents and the school. Schools don't have a connection with parents to know that they need these types of supports. They don't. Corral said, is actually investing in your child. You're actually investing in your child's education by learning about the IEP. Learning about the IEP. If your child's an IEP, you are equipped with the skills to advocate for your kid. And if you're a teacher, you know how to better implement it in the classroom. And once you really learn how to implement accommodations and modifications in the classroom, it is nothing, honestly, it's nothing difficult about it. It's not. You're all in your head, which makes you think, oh my God, I got to do all this extra stuff. It's so much I got to do. Oh my God. It's not. You're making it hard for yourself. Zainallah, I sound like I'm Zainallah. I sound like I'm Munera. You're saying exactly. She said exactly. You are investing in your child. By investing in yourself, you're better equipped with the skills and the knowledge to advocate for your kid, which benefits your kid in their education because you're able to advocate for what they need, which will help them thrive in their education. That way they can have the best quality of life. Same for teachers. You having this information, you know how to better support them in the classroom and advocate for them in the classroom. No brainer. Like, no brainer. All right? So, share out this live. Share out the link, www.masterip.com. You on Instagram, you can click the link in the bio, and it'll take you straight to the page to enroll in the course. Those of you who are here on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, I'm going to give you the website again, www.mastertheiep.com. Stop waiting around for someone else to come and save you and help you. And you have to stop expecting people in the school is going to come and do this stuff for you. They're not, because it's not a priority for them. It's not. If it was, you would have had the training. You would have had it already. You would have. Okay? So thank you all so much. Also, thank you to the Brown, Brainy, Brilliant Book Festival that I was at this past Sunday at Bartram's Garden in Philadelphia. It was nice. It was nice seeing everyone that came out. Thank you so much. Also, shout out to everyone, the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office, Jamil Owens from The Awesome Show for inviting me to the Philly Autism Town Hall. It was the Saturday before last week. I spoke. I was selling my book. I was selling the course. Like, it was just phenomenal. It was great. Yes, it was just overall a great experience. It was a great experience. And I'm definitely will do that again. So make sure you stay tuned because we got a surprise coming. I can't tell you yet, but we have a nice surprise coming. I'm so excited about it, and I can't wait to tell you all. Asia is so excited. Those of you who are new to my page, Asia is my little sister. She's one of the reasons why I went to special education, because she has an intellectual disability. So she's excited about it. I'm excited about it. We cannot wait to tell you. But stay tuned, and we will see you all next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're catching this on the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments, and we will see you all next week. Peace. All right. See you all later. See you all next week.